On this, we're delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest, Dr. Gamal Al-Qalubi, the Professor of Petroleum Engineering. Dr. Gamal, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your time. Let me start, Doctor, by asking you about the government's plan to transform Egypt into a regional energy and gas trading hub. How important is it that the government is now diversifying its sources of energy, sir?
Well, currently, you know well that there is a strategy and vision plan. The mission has been delivered to the Petroleum Ministry just to use the infrastructure, use also the politics communications between the nearest countries across the borders, thinking also how to improve the investment to increase the gas production and oil. Plus, we have many facilities rather than that. We have Arabian pipelines. We have Arab Pipeline 1, Arab Pipeline 2, which communicated between Jordan, Israel, Syria, and up to Lebanon. We have also two LNG facilities, which is two of the generation cool facilities can allow to liquefy natural gas and re-export it. Also, we have now currently building a pipeline between Egypt and Cyprus. That's currently under construction and expected to be finished next May,
right.
2026. Addition to that infrastructure, that we have some vision that first we receive the natural the delivery gas from Cyprus and in the future from Greece, plus also that we have receiving the gas from the other party in Israel. We have very good influences to use the benefits of this communication and our infrastructures to add values.
Yes.
In terms of taxes, in terms that we need to run our LPG facilities, which add value in terms of improving the income and improving also our relation with the other neighbors across the Mediterranean and across our boundaries in the east north.
Yes, indeed. Now, Dr. Gamal, let's talk a bit about the importance of the Egyptian government expanding onshore and offshore exploration for oil and gas, and what incentives are being offered to attract gas and oil exploration companies to come to Egypt, sir?
Really understand well that our mandatory plan under execution currently, that we have new investors. We have Chevron, we have also ExxonMobil. And you know well that in the last 2024, previous year, that we have some recently discoveries. One in the northeast in Alexandria, that we have Hunger 1. We have also a new discovery by Chevron that in 2023, which is Nargis areas. The discovery in terms of that exploration phase, it has a planning has been settled since long-term time, and this is under supervision of our president, who will take care and from time to time just to check what's going related to the results and update it in that exploration phase. Addition to that one, the EGBC, which is General Oil Authority under the umbrella of the Ministry, that already offered biddings for some new areas in Delta, in Western Desert,
yes,
in Eastern Desert, and recently also in a part of the deep water in the Mediterranean Sea. And if you have seen from all that bidders, you will see that there is new investor have been added in the last 2 years.
Yes.
We talk about the portfolio of all sections in the foreigner investment. It's represented 38% of the total foreign investment in Egypt, which is a big value in terms that we have some published companies like Eni have been settled a plan to expand for $8 billion in the next 4 years. We have also the Energios which is the Emirates company, had a plan also to expand $3.8 billion in exploration field, addition to British Petroleum, which is also highlighted in that last campaign, that they have a plan up to $4 billion to be expanded in next exploration field in the Mediterranean Sea. If you have seen from all that inclusive figures, you will see that the portfolio for investment, for the foreign investment in the previous, at least for the three companies, we took almost up to $15 billion that had been planned to be expanded and to be under settled for the new exploration phases in 27, 28, which it's a clear vision had been delivered by Prime Minister of Petroleum in the last meeting yesterday with the President, had been highlighted all that investment and also that campaign of exploration phases which in the near campaign.
Absolutely. Finally, Dr. Gamal, of course there are directives as well to branch out and consider another key economic opportunity for Egypt, which is the mining sector. How do you see government incentives help accelerate discoveries in this field as well as development in the mining sector in Egypt?
I think it's very interesting and highlighted also that's the recommendations by the President in the last campaign meetings. We talk about that under the law number 87, which has been published under the umbrella of the President, that to convert that authority of the world's mining to be independency authority. That independency authorities allow that the petroleum ministry to highlight that part about the oil developments and a lot of facilities perhaps had been published for the oil and new investors in the previous meeting had been highlighted through the Minister of Petroleum in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, for the mining. And also in that meeting had been highlighted how the countries had been influenced and increased their activities, increased their encourage to the new investors. We talk about Australian investors, we talk about Canadian investors, we talk about also American investors. That part in the section, in addition to the very new study for the seismic, which is very interesting, already recommended by the President, that we shall go and try to evaluate all the areas in Egypt to determine which mining percentage and what kind of discovery, what is the projection for each areas. And this is under the umbrella. Currently there is a seismic survey which is by two ways, one by ground, one by flying, and this is supposed to be finished within the next 4 years. That allows to us to determine what is the major areas, what the major spots which inclusively had a good prospection from the 18 different mines in Egypt. And this is really important for the foreigners, and important also to feed our digitalization gate for mining, which is really important under construction currently now.
Absolutely right. I'd like to end it at that. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Dr. Gamal Qalubi, Professor of Petroleum Engineering. Thank you, sir, for your time and your insight on today's episode of Cairo Local Time.